Well, I was working as a IT midwife here at UCLH, and the trust decided that they wanted to procure a new electronic health record system, and they needed clinicians to be involved in that process. So, going back a few years, I was involved in the process of going and looking at different systems and giving opinions about it, and it kind of evolved from there really. And once the trust had decided what system they were going to use, jobs were advertised for clinicians to become builders and analysts to develop the system and implement it. And applied for one of those roles. Yeah, so in order to get through the interview process, you had to do a short test, the EPIC test that they set. It's about logic and logical thinking. Once you passed that, then you were offered an interview. And if you got through the interview, then you had to do a series of courses, initially based in America, but then over here you had to do assessments and projects. You had to pass exams, 3 or 4 exams. So it was quite an intensive time. Only once you'd completed all those and passed them satisfactorily could you then go on in the post. Well, it's very, very busy, very intensive. I mean, usually I come in and we have work that we have to do. Usually the work involves building new parts of the system that users may have requested and wanted. It also involve fixing things that may not be working. So, and troubleshooting. And these can take days sometimes, fixing and building. We also sort of the bread and butter tasks like creating new users in the system so that everybody has got the right access, making sure they've got the right access, they can do what they need to do, they can, in order to complete their jobs. Sometimes we have to go out and meet the users and get feedback about what works in the system, what doesn't work, what would they like to see changed, and just get some general feedback about how the users are using systems to help us when it comes to building different parts of it. Well, professionally, I think I bring years of experience. I've been a midwife for a very long time, and I've got a lot. I've worked in all the areas really in midwifery, community, and all the labour wards, the birth centres, postnatal and antenatal wards, and so and also I've worked as in a managerial capacity as well. So there's a wealth of experience, clinical experience. I think bring to the role, which I think is vital. I think any electronic health record system that's being used by trusts needs to have clinicians front and centre, just to enable it to be more useful and fit for purpose, if you like. So I think that's one of the main professional things I bring to the role. Um, Personally, I think the role's quite suited to the fact that I'm a bit anal about certain things, and I think in a role like this, you need to go to that nth degree. It's not good enough just to say, oh, that'll be fine. It's working well enough. I think if our clinicians are using it and we want them to be able to give the best care, then we need to make sure the system is the best it can be. And something that means just going that extra step. And like I said, I'm a bit anal like that, so I think that does help in this role. I think there's quite a few things. I mean, I love troubleshooting, especially when it goes well. It's a bit annoying when you're troubleshooting, you just can't find the problem. But in a way, I do like that because once you do find the problem, it's very rewarding. Um, I also like being a part of developing a system that, if we take it as far as it can go, can be really beneficial to the way in which we work. I mean, this is 2019, coming up to 2020. I think our healthcare systems should be far more advanced than they are. And that's something that I really enjoy, trying to push the system and trying to think of new ways of doing things, ways of making it easier for our clinicians to work, to give care to the women that we look after. And it's just seeing how far the technology can go and help us to give care and to give good quality care.